Hello again, my name is Youssef Khalili. I'm the General Manager for the UAE and the Senior Partner taking care of the Smart Government and Smart City practice at NXN, the leading digital service provider in the region. Welcome to this webinar. I'm very flattered to be here with you and thank you for the invitation from the Dubai Land Department and the Dubai Real Estate Institute for this opportunity. I'm very glad to share with you some of the knowledge I have, and I'll be happy to answer questions and remarks further on the site. So this topic is about the impact of new technologies on the real estate industry. And this is a topic that touches multiple sub-industries and multiple new emerging technologies. So first, let's define what's new technologies and what are the spectrum of new waves of innovation we're talking about. You must have heard of technologies like blockchain, artificial intelligence, machine learning, the use of Internet of Things, and impact of these technologies on the various industries around us. So these technologies are emerging technologies that some of it is already getting into mainstream and some of it is still in the infancy. But on the other side, why would we care? Why would we care if those technologies existed, and why would they impact the real estate industry? Simply, the real estate industry is a sub-industry of what we call within the smart city dimensions, the smart living dimension. So if we go back a little bit of what is a smart city is a city that has data, systems, infrastructure, and people all connected through an array of services that are existing to make the lives of people better. In the case of any smart city, there is multiple dimensions that impact the transformation of a city from where it is to a smart city. For instance, smart living is a key dimension of transformation. What do we mean by smart living? It means how it impacts our happiness, how it impacts how we deal with others, and impacts how we receive education, healthcare, and various essential services for our day-to-day lives. Another dimension is the smart environment, where smart environment contributes to the transformation of a city with less emissions, better quality of healthy air, better quality of water, and sustainable impact on the environment. So these two dimensions are very, very critical dimensions for real estate developers. And real estate developers today sometimes choose the path of not doing anything about them, or some of them are more about sustainability and the environment, so they focus more about green and sustainable code, and few of them actually focus more into the new tech or new technologies without necessarily looking at sustainable. I would recommend that most developers should start looking at a balanced view around these dimensions. Now, let's discuss how technology can help within those two dimensions at least. Let's first talk about a technology like Internet of Things. So the Internet of Things is a code or a term that simply means that instead of us being people connected to the internet as it is today, objects are starting to be connected to the internet, very jealous from people maybe, and those objects are connected for a good reason. The reason for the connectivity is that those objects transmit data, they collect and transmit data, and this data is of essential need to manage the surroundings of those objects. The Internet of Things is a huge industry that's growing now, and it's impacting multiple industries and not limited to the real estate industry or properties industry. Another technology is blockchain. So blockchain is a simple way of explaining a unified ledger that collects all the data at real time from multiple sources, and all sources can verify this in a kind of a circle of a trust approach. Why is this technology important? Because in different industries like the financial industry, the circle of trust and real time with milliseconds of transactions is very key. But how it's going to impact the real estate, I'm going to talk about it in a second. Another important technology is Internet of Things. And is artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence has sub-domains under it, so like machine learning, machine vision, and so forth. Artificial intelligence is a big buzzword you must have heard a lot recently. And this technology basically stipulates that by analyzing a lot of data, you can predict the behavior of people or machines. And because of that, machines continuously learn and become better, hopefully at serving us better. So this is an important technology that we're going to talk how it impacts real estate. So if we focus on those three technologies and now try to understand how they impact real estate. So imagine that we have a building, a single building that needs to become smart. What needs to happen and what can be the value for people who live in this building or work in this building or operate this building or own this building? So let's start with that. A building that needs to be smart is a building that needs to have a smart brain. So that's translated into a set of machines in a stack that's organized to collect data and do something about the data, right? And then it needs to have sensors. So that's the Internet of Things, where you need to collect data from various objects within the building, be it the lights, be it the AC ducts, be it the air quality, be it the sound, noise, elevator, cameras, feeds. All of these are things that you collect data from. And you need also to have a command and control center to view all those insights and do something about them. So that's the command and control and operations room that you need within a smart building. What else do you need? You need a solution that calculates certain measures or thresholds you've put for the building, for example, the energy consumption, and you need to do the measuring and then reporting back and adjusting, hopefully automatically, the temperature to make sure that you're at the optimal level. So if you think of the security aspect, access of the building, data generated from the various sources of the building, and also the energy aspect, all of these contribute to a certain experience. So a set of experiences are aimed to be delivered for the residents and for the users of or the visitors of this building. So to make all of these experiences and journeys happen, as I said, you need to have a digital platform or a digital brain for the building, and you have to have the set of data collected from sensors, and then you have to do something about it where you analyze it and where the machines learn from it, and then you need to view it in a command and control center and later deliver those journeys. Now, if we go from one building that a developer is thinking to do to multiple buildings, if you have multiple buildings within a district or a community, we call this the smart community approach or smart district approach. And here, in addition to all the technologies you would have delivered within the building for your tenants and constituents, you would have to think also as a developer about what happens in the common areas. So in the common areas, there's a set of journeys and experiences that need to happen are different than those that need to happen in the building, be it the office or be it the apartment where people are living. Those services are related to the safety and security of those visitors, the use of the common areas and booking some of those common areas. It's related to the parking, for instance, management, so how you do smart parking solutions for accessing the community, identity management, and also the retail area if there was a mixed-use development. So there's a set of different services and journeys you can develop and deliver within the common areas or the communities. Now, if you go a little bit bigger from a community to multiple communities, that's where a city solution is in place. So if you go to a city level, then we add different dimensions, because in addition to the parking and energy and safety and security, smart home, smart workplace, now and smart retail, now you suddenly talk about an urban infrastructure. So you're talking about basically delivering on a much wider scale a transportation system that's smart and sustainable. So here smart transportation comes into the picture, how you manage your roads, how you manage your traffic, how you make sure that the cars on the road are safe, and also the speeds of the cars are monitored and violations are taken care of. What do you do in case of accidents? What do you do in the rush hour? How do you plan your roads to be smart? In the case of electric vehicles, how can you adapt your roads to those? Smart lighting and LED within the smart lighting, smart lampposts, how they can all talk to each other. So these are solutions that were not necessarily available in a small community. Some bigger communities, they have these, but it's not available in most smaller communities. But now we also add the factor of education, digital healthcare, and digital people and digital governance. But if we step back and focus on the technologies related to the smart communities and smart buildings, to summarize, these are blockchain, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence. They are all infused and enabled by a set of enablers like digital identity, digital payment, and they are enabled by the use and the sharing of data. And why would any developer think of those? Multiple reasons. One, deliver a differentiator for the users of the property or the visitors. Two, manage the property better and more efficiently. Three, secure the property in a much better way. And fourth is basically conforming and being part of a story of a smart city. So we are here in this lovely city, Dubai, where Smart Dubai office has already been in place for many years now, driving the transformation of the city. The Dubai Real Estate Institute and the Dubai Land Department are part of this, and it's important that all of you as developers and investors in this wonderful city understand that you need to be part of this transformation journey. Lastly, we as NXN, we take pride of being specialized in smart city and smart district and smart building solutions, and we have the solutions that can empower all of those journeys I spoke about. Please reach out if you have any comments, and I'm willing to discuss them with you. Thank you so much.